to go 3 for 1. Thought about it. 3 wide to 1 and 2. Get raced here at Heat Race 4.
Got real early for him.
Down, and that's Josh Bilicki. Big time flip down the back straightaway.
As good as that as anybody in this field and beyond. So you can get to third on the initial start, maybe 6 to 4, and then knock 1 or 2 off from there. You have a feeling that he is primed to at least be the early scoring leader here. Again, it's still got to play out, but good spot for him as we're going to have one pull into the infield.
Race
that
Rudy.
is guy starting 9th.
So 8 cars will start this one.
Rudy was one of those guys as the TBAs on the...
Okay, guys, so I'm going to give you the play-by-play here on the Chili Bowl Nationals because we did not have an in-car camera, and I'm just going to try to give you the rundown with a little bit different perspective than normal. So this is the heat race. We drew a 5. Start P5, Darren Pittman on the outside. A few other guys on the front row here. I don't know who they are, so... we take off. At this point, it still hadn't had any practice at all with motor issues, so we're kind of feeling the car out a little bit. Car did not have the best of brakes. Man, I go from 5 to 4 right there, 5 to 3. Yellow comes out. So it's like, damn, that would have been enough points to put me in mid-pack in a qualifier. So that would have been really good. So now we're going line back up, double file, and we're going to go back green. Complete restart, and this is kind of where things get a little hectic. Josh Bilicki on the front row kind of falls back. You'll kind of see here as we go in to the corner. I'll play by play here. So we're going green. Pittman gets a little bit of a jump. I get actually a better jump that time to the inside. Car gets a little tight in the middle. We are, ooh man, basically 5 to 3 again right there. Car gets tight in the middle. Bilicki's wheelied up behind me. At this point, I am 4th, exiting. Actually, we're 5th, exiting, and Bilicki jumps over my rear and goes for a wild ride. I had a few people blame me for that. Wasn't our fault. So we're back to green again. We are still P5. We've not gained any spots. And I'm kind of following Darren Pittman because I know he's a veteran. He's pretty good. He gets a run around this 57 car who was tight. I get underneath Pittman again, but it's just the track is one lane, really hard to pass. I didn't have any brakes either. We were fought brakes all weekend. He's going around the outside. He's making his way to the front. I get by the 57. He pulls off, so we're 5 to 4 at this point. For the remainder of the race, I'm pretty tight just because limited midget experience. I'll blame myself. I think the race car was better than the driver during this race. And so I get tight in the middle right there. Then I get back to the curb. I come back off the corner. Each lap we start to get a little better because I start to carry more speed, more momentum. In a midget, it's key to carry momentum and wheel speed or wheel spin to keep the right rear spinning to keep the car rotating. So start to figure that out. And you can see Pittman's going straight to the front. He's the high point man for the night. So that puts him pretty far up in a qualifier. And we end up catching the 4th place car or the 3rd place car, but couldn't get around him. So we end up actually P4 in this race. So we go 5 to 4. Good enough to give us 87 points. I think the cutoff for the qualifier was 83. So we're locked in. We go to the tail of the qualifier. So not bad for no laps and fighting motor issues and all kinds of different demons through the week. So
Will Armitage,
we'll
Ronnie Gardner on the front row, Cale Coons and Harley White in row number 2, Frankie Guarini and Tad Holloman in row number 3, Jody Rosenboom and Kyle Steffens in row 4, Justin Bates and Glenn James Brady in row number 5, Brett
Finish 5th. And then it goes on back to Saturday F mains for 6 through 8, 9 through 10 in this race, and a G main, 11 and 12th, and H. And it goes all the way back to, if you finish last, a J main tomorrow. So lots at stake between either running probably late morning or into the afternoon and evening portion of tomorrow's show.
Clinton, welcome back.
Good to be back. How was it?
Fun.
How was Briscoe?
It was great.
Briscoe was great. I'm afraid we're going to have to pay for some therapy for Chris.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
All right, so here we go with recap 2. This was for the qualifier. So we're rolling around here. We're getting ready to go green. We are 2, 4, 6, 8. We start 8th. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we start 8th, and we have to end up P4. Actually, this is the B main. My bad. So B main starting. We're 8th. Got to be 4th. Right off the start, we go from 8 to 5, I believe. So I get down to the bottom of the corner, kind of just rolling. The qualifier, I didn't have any brakes. We finally fixed the brakes at this point. So the car is pretty decent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 6th right now. So we're rolling around 6th. Cale Coons, Ronnie Gardner, and then the cars ahead of me here, I'm not sure. 14 bumps into the 63. And I'm kind of rolling thinking, man, these guys are going to wreck. I've been in this position probably 5 times at the Chili Bowl now, to where I've been on the outside looking in the B main because we didn't get enough points in the qualifier. So at this point, I'm just biding my time. I believe it's a 15-lap race, which is actually a pretty long time at the Chili Bowl because a lot of times you have cautions and stuff like that. Unfortunately, we don't get any cautions in this run, and the field starts to kind of stretch out a little bit. And I'm kind of picking my pace. I'm rolling the bottom, and then I go to the top here, coming off 4. There's a big berm right at the flag stand, actually where Kyle Larson hit it and flipped that night. Guy ahead of me keeps making mistakes, and I'm like, all right, we're going to get there. At this point, we're 6th, I believe. Yeah, we're 6th. These two guys are battling. Guy's smoking, so here we go. Armitage pulls in, so now we are up to 5th. We are 1 spot out, looking in. And like I said, I've been in this position so many times at the Chili Bowl. I'm like, we just got to get to this point. I short slide the corner there. I get bite off the corner. I'm just not used to running the cushion in a midget. A lot of other cars, I'm very comfortable running the high side. At this point, though, my right rear compression's pretty soft because I plan to run the bottom. And the right rear is tied down, so I actually re-clicked the shock on the right rear, put some compression in, and changed my rebound to where I could slide and hit the cushion. And I'm catching the guy ahead of me, but we are 6 laps to go, or I think it's, 6 laps to go here. And time's running out, and that's the problem, is I just can't click off the 10th of a second enough to get to this guy, and that's the problem. So we ended up, let me see, hold on. Yeah, Kaylee Bryson's moving behind me, but she never makes up enough ground to get to me either. Anyways, this race kind of stalled out at that point. I clicked off time the guy ahead of me about another lap. We probably would have got it, but it woulda, coulda, shoulda. I ended up P5 in the B, which set us up for Saturday in the E main. I don't have any footage from that, but we started 15th in the E, and we were up to 6th, and the air cleaner came loose. So it was just a terrible weekend as far as like mechanical failures go and things like that. I hardly ever have mechanical issues, but next year we're going to be a lot more prepared. So appreciate you guys watching. This is about the best footage I had from this event. Chili Bowl's a blast. I love it. It's a good time. And I can't wait to race a midget more this year. So you guys stay tuned. The next video I'll plug out here soon for you guys to stay tuned with what we're doing. Thanks a bunch.